Hey everybody, Crystal Gamer here with my brand new Flamingo Fun Park. This is a little activity park that I created for my LP with my Rags to Riches LP with Katarina. And so this is a place for her to go and hopefully meet some guys because she's going to be starting to date and all of that stuff. And it is one of my sort of weird roofing creations. It started with a weird roofing idea and it just kind of took off from there. And so I put a brief cinematic of this out online and I asked people if they wanted to see a speed build or if they wanted to see a how-to. And the response was predominantly how-to on how I created the build. So that's what I'm going to show you. And I guess real briefly, I will show actually what this kind of looks like. It's got a little bit more on the inside. It's got some like little extra roofing pieces on the inside. And you can see it's got sort of like this tiered design, both inside and outside. And it has some additional space on the first floor, I should say, where we have bathroom space. There's showers on one side and on the other side. Yes, I'll switch mode for a second. This side here, oops, a little flying on the camera. This side here is showers. I did a custom. I don't know why the camera flies up and down like that, but I did a little custom showers in there. And on the other side, it's a regular restroom with a toilet and a sink. And so it's the same on both sides. Oh wow, we have two people in the shower there. That's not acceptable. Well, unless they're having a good time. You never know. Maybe they're woo-hooing in the shower. But nonetheless, so this activity park obviously has a ton of stuff. Everything from wishing well to it has what do you call this? An art gallery sales thing there, and some easels and hot tub, and it's got a basketball court, chess. I mean, you guys can see all the stuff, the telescope, little barbecue area here. It's got a lot of stuff. It even has a busking spot here, another art gallery sales place, a little place for toddlers to swim and stuff. So it kind of has it all here. So I tried to pack kind of everything in that I could. Oops, I made walls up so that we can see that top part. So yeah, I like to pack a lot of stuff in if I can. I mean, if I'm going to have a park, I want Sims to have a lot of reasons to go there. Unlike, I don't know, the community lots that come with the game don't ever seem to have enough stuff to do for me. So I tend to try and pack in a lot of stuff. So anyway, with all that said, I'm sort of going into whatever I'm going into, but let's get into how to actually create the building, shall we? Okay, so we have a nice little lot here, and I'm going to start out just by creating the bottom of the structure, which was 3 wide by 4. And I basically repeated that each time in a little bit of a triangle there. So I'm going to try and see if I can do that over here. This is, I think, a little bit, it appears to be a little bit of a smaller lot, so it's not going to be the same exact width and all of that, but we're not too worried about the width. We're mainly worried about how we actually do this build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up 4 tiers. And all I'm doing is I'm just copying it and going up. So copy and up and up and up. And I'm going to do that each time until we get 4 tiers high all the way around. And there we go. All right, so we're 4 tiers up all the way around, and now we're going to take them in. Each one is going to go in so that we have a stepped look. So here we go. Okay, once we have all our tiers created, then we can just go into the roofing, grab a half gable roof, and we're going to put it to the side. We want it 1 square out. And so I'm going to set it there, and then I'm going to take it back so that it's only one square. Now I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to get rid of the eaves on it on both sides on this first bottom one here. And I'm lifting it. It's all the way up as far as I can take it. Now I'm going to choose my roof color so that I can copy it throughout. For this particular build, I used blue. It doesn't matter, you know, obviously use whatever you want. And I'm going to choose a trim. I'm going to go with white on this. I think I used black on the other building, but it doesn't really matter very much. And I just realized I'm right to the edge here, so I am going to move this over just a hair so that I have at least 2 squares on either side. You want to have at least, you just need a little bit of extra room there. So this bottom one is going to be the same on the bottom all the way around. So we're just going to copy that. Okay, so all of those should be good. Let's hope I did them all right. And then I'm going to copy this and bring it up. Now this one is going to be a little bit different because as you can see, it doesn't completely cover and all of that stuff. So one of the key differences, we're going to bring the eaves down on the bottom. And how we do that is we hold shift and just the eave on the bottom. So that just moves the bottom eave and not the top eave. So now we can see that it's setting over, and we want that line is the main thing. We're trying to create that line. So once I have that, yeah, see, that's not quite far enough because I want that line to show up all the way. And I didn't think it was going to be because I think I have to lower this down a little bit. And we're going to go right about to the edge there, and let's test that. I'm going to copy it, bring it up. Let's see what it looks like. I still can't quite see as much of the bottom of that as I want. So I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more, just underneath that. Now I'm going to copy it again. Yes, there we go, because I want to see that line there. All right, so that should work for the next tier up as well. And it does. So we are golden. So we have our tiers and we have our slant for all the way around. So now you all know what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy it in every single direction here. And I'm just holding shift down to do the copy, to keep it going so that I don't have to hit copy every single time. And there we go. So we have the majority of our base structure developed. And now we're going to do the next little roofing piece, which is going to be the hipped roof. And I'm going to extend it out over the whole thing. I want it going to the edge of each one of the squares, and then on this side I'm actually bringing it out one. See it? It's out one. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the eaves, and then I'm going to lift the roof. And so that's what it looks like. And let me paint and trim. Now the reason I extended the eaves and then lifted the roof, there's actually a reason for that. If I put the roof down and I don't extend the eaves first, and then I try and lift the roof up, it actually lifts up taller, but the problem is, or maybe it's not a problem. Yes, it is a problem. I thought I was going to have that problem. It gives me this message that says, what did that say? Roof pitch something. Roof pitch can't be adjusted that high. So that's why I have to first extend the eaves and then lift the roof. So that way I'm not getting the same height, but I'm getting it so that the eaves are extended, so it sort of creates this little hat look, which is what I want. And so I'm going to copy that onto the other side. Maybe. There we go. Sometimes placement's a little bit hard if you have an open area underneath. There we go. Okay, so that matches. So now we know that I had some roofing in the inside, and then I had the interior looked a little bit different. So let's fix that. Actually, I'm going to start from the top tier. What I was doing was I brought this one all the way back. So I basically eliminated that room entirely. And I brought this one almost all the way back. So I'm just tiering this going down, just like we did on the outside. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. And there we go, we're all tiered. Now, I had multiple roof pieces in here, and I'm going to have that again. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do to create that is I'm going to extend this out just for a second. And I'm going to take a half gable, and I'm going to put it up in there, and I want it on the inside. And obviously, I'm going to bring it in. I only want it 1 square wide. I want it on the inside piece, and I want it lifted up to the next tier. And I'm going to paint it and trim it. Not that you can see the trim, but I don't know. I do it anyway, just because. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, I can bring this back now. I don't need it. And actually, it doesn't matter one way or another whether that's there or not. Oops, did I bring the other side out? I may have. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether that part's there or not, really, because we're going to have the roof covering both pieces of it. So I am going to next take another half gabled roof, stick this up there. Actually, I didn't do it on the bottom piece. I did it because I only had 2 tiers of it. So I didn't do it on this bottom piece. I just took this bottom piece all the way back. No, the bottom piece went like this. That's why. Sorry. Bottom piece went like this because that's my showers and my bathroom stalls. There we go. That's why the bottom piece wasn't done. Sorry about that. Momentary mind blank. All right, so we stick our half gabled in here. And obviously I've got to take it back. I want it 1 square wide. And basically what I want is kind of like this look that we have here where it's blending in. One is just kind of going into the other. So that's the look that I'm going for. So there we go. We've got that one. And now I'm just going to copy that one. See if I can set it above. There we go. And there's that. And this I might want a little bit more of a slope. Whoops. Take that eave back. I don't want it out that far. And I need to make sure that it's not going out here. That it's not showing on the outsides. So, all right, so that's beautiful. And you know that I'm going to copy this stuff onto the other side. So this I need to remember. This goes all the way back. That's the part that's open on my build. This one we can come out with. It does, like I said, it doesn't matter either way. It's just, it makes it easier to place the other roof, this roof piece. It makes it a little bit easier to place it. So, okay. So I'm going to take this, move it around, set it right there. That should be good. Yep, hidden just like it is on the other side. And then I'm going to take this piece and copy it just like I did. On the other side, y'all know if you watch me do this stuff, you know that I'm always copy as my friend. I always match on both sides. It's so much easier to copy than try to actually make things the same size. Oops. Because if you copy and paste, they're guaranteed to be the same size. The only thing is setting them on these little blocks are a little bit hard when you don't have full roof pieces. You gotta make sure that you play with it a little bit to get it set. So, okay, so that is most of our bottom structure. Okay, so for the next part, we want to build the roof across, and obviously we have nothing here. Like it's just blank. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to lower that for 1 second, and I'm going to take this rim here and I'm going to drag it across. Just momentarily. That's not going to stay like that, but it's going to be like that just so we can place a roof. So we're going to take this one here, this gabled roof here, and we're going to place that up top. And I'm going to do my usual paint and trim. There we go, trimmed and painted. I'm going to bring it all the way over, and what I'm going to try and do is match the pitch. And I'm going to bring it out 1 on each side. And let's see if I can, I'm actually going to go slightly under the pitch on this. Just slightly under. There we go. That's perfect. So I'm still kind of showing that line. I've got it just slightly under there. So that's good. I'm going to bring that back, and then I'm going to copy it and put it on this side. And there we go. So we have that on this side as well. Now I'm going to copy it 2 more times. Once on each side. And the reason I'm doing that is for the eaves. If you guys noticed, I'm going to take the eaves down on that. I'm going to take the eaves down on that. So I'm reducing the eaves on both of those pieces. So now they're all eaveless. At least they should be. Did I get them down? Yes, I think I got them all. I probably should have done that step before I copied, but I kind of forgot about it. Okay, so the eaves are all down. So one of the design elements, and I need this down 1 on each as well. One of the design elements that I did is I lowered the eave on each side by 2, I think it was. And it looks good on the big building. It's not going to quite, 2 is not going to look particularly fantastic here. And apparently I need to take that eave out once on that side to make it look right there. But then we're going to copy it 1 more time and we're going to put it across again. And now we're going to do the clear thing here and then increase that down 1 as well. So that was the design I had on the other building. Now obviously it looks much better on a wider building. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to take this back, this room back, so that when we lift it up we can't see. Now obviously this looks a little bit too narrow to me to have this design. On the other lot it was wider, so it made a little bit more sense, I think. Especially with the eaves coming down, it looks like way too much here. If we take it down, we'll go like this to make it slightly better. But I just had this like sort of little tiered design here. But so that's how we do that part of it. And then the other thing that I had was a gallery. I had the little street galleries down here. And so I did that by getting rid of the roof pieces here and basically just breaking through. And I put the gallery in there. Created a little room space, put the gallery in, and then I just put another roof here and lowered it down and had it go over for a little bit of, brought the eaves in on the outside. On the 2 sides I brought the eaves in, and then I brought the eave down in the front here. And then on the existing roof here, if I can actually click on it, there we go. I brought the eaves up there. So that's how I did the little gallery opening with the little tier too. So not too bad, just a little awning thing that I created with the roof piece there. So all in all, this building actually has, when we're done, if I put this over here as well, when we're done with everything, this building actually has, I think it's like 37 roof pieces or something. So it's kind of no joke how many roof pieces it ends up with. It ends up with quite a few. So, and again, I'm just copying and pasting the way I always do. And so there we have our little awning on both sides, so the street gallery can sit right in there. And so that's how I created this interesting little weird sort of roof structure. And I hope this helps a few people out with your roofing and all of that. And if it does, please do remember to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That helps us YouTubers out a ton. It indicates to YouTube that people are active on our channel and they promote us for that. So it's hugely helpful if you guys do that. I'd appreciate it a whole bunch. And thank you so much for spending the time with me today. And I hope to see you all back again next time. Bye now.